is Elisa, and this is my monthly podcast where I talk about everything that I've been up to knitting-wise during the month, and this month is the month of January 2025. I have a lot of things to talk about today, so I will try to still keep it short and sweet and cram everything in the video. I have some great news to start with, and they are related to the vest that I am wearing and that my friend Dolly here is also wearing. It's called Aneta, and it will be released on the 8th of February, so in a little more than 1 week while I'm recording this. I am putting the finishing touches to the pattern, yeah, I'm almost ready. There will be a video coming out on the channel together with the pattern on the same day, where I explain everything about the pattern, some of the techniques involved, how to pick your size, the type of yarn that I think, based on what came up during test knitting, the type of yarn that I think will be good to use for the pattern, all these kind of things. So if you're interested, if you think it looks pretty, I'm going to show it better, because Dolly is a good friend and a great model, but she lacks a bit here in terms of the shoulders, so sometimes things look differently when she wears them, but I'm not sure if I can show it fully. Anyway, you will see a lot of photos in the video that I'm putting out, and there will be some next week on my Instagram. The nice thing about this is the lace detail and the construction, which is seamless, so it makes both an interesting garment to knit and a very classy, if I can say so myself, garment to wear. Okay, Aneta out on Ravelry on the 8th of February. Let's move on then to my finished objects for this month. I have two, but they are both rather small. The first thing that I started to knit after Christmas last year is a pair of socks. It's these socks that I knitted for my daughter. They were knitted without a pattern really, just in the way that I always knit socks. I've talked about this before. I have my secret recipe to knit socks, and I go by it. I have a file on my computer where I have the measurements for all the family, so I just refer to that when I knit socks. One is blocked and one is unblocked. Let me see if the difference shows on camera. I think so. This one is the one that has been blocked, and you can see that the ribbing is a lot more defined. This one is still a bit crinkly. So it's 2x1, what's it called? Broken rib. So the one where you do the ribbing, do the purl stitch in between on one round, but on the next round you only knit. So it's a fun kind of stitch, I think. Yeah, and these two socks are 150-gram skein. My daughter has small feet, narrow in particular. They're very narrow, so I was confident that I could knit a pair of socks for her with 150-gram ball. Of course, the leg is not the longest leg, but she will wear them at home anyway. She doesn't wear these kind of socks in her shoes to go outside, so they're totally fine. I think she'll be fine with these. It's also a very similar color to a pair of socks that I needed for myself last year, because both me and my daughter really like this aqua green or light teal, whatever you want to call it. But okay, this was easy peasy, and it wasn't part, if you followed me before, or if you've been looking around on the channel, you've probably seen a video where I explain what my projects for the whole of 2025 are, and those socks didn't, they are not part of that project, but my daughter really wanted a pair of socks, so I decided to sneak them in. The 2025 project is all about this. this is a knitting magazine called Making Stories, and this is issue 9 that came out a few years ago. But I really liked it. I really liked every single pattern in this magazine. They were all interesting for one reason or other, so I decided that in 2025 I'm going to knit them all cover to cover. And for me, for the kind of knitting time that I have in my day and in my week, it's going to be a challenging project. But I'm on it. It's going well so far, so I'm going to show you the first finished object of the project, which is a headband. So nothing big, it's just a headband. And I will put up a photo of myself wearing it, because it was really difficult to photograph a headband. How do you even photograph your head? But anyway, it has all these not lace, like cable pattern all around. And the very interesting thing about this one is that there is no, there is a seam, which is here, but it's hardly visible, because the pattern instructs how to graft in pattern. So you keep the cable pattern as you graft, and that I found, it's one of those things that I really appreciate in a knitting pattern, because it makes your finished object so professional and so well finished off. So quite happy with this, even if it's a small thing. I thought that starting from a small thing would cheer me up, because okay, I ticked one item of the long list of things that I have to make in 2025. So part of my project is also documenting things better. It's also part of a more mindful approach to my knitting, to my knitting. So there will be a video dedicated to every finished object of the 2025 project. So coming up at some point in February, I will upload a video where I explain a little bit more about this. Not, of course, giving away anything about the pattern, but just my experience, let's say, my experience of knitting this. All the patterns in issue 9 of Making Stories are now available as single patterns on Ravelry. So the link for this and for everything else that I talk about will be in the description below, in case you're interested. I also have a Ravelry project for it, and I will make Ravelry projects for every pattern in the 2025 journey. So yeah, you can also look there if you're interested. Now, the second thing that I have on the needles, which is also of course from Making Stories issue 9, is a shawl. Now it's a bit tangled up, and I only have this much so far, so not a lot, but I'm really liking it, both the end result and the experience. So I think I chose the perfect yarn. I really like how fluffy and plushy it is. And of course this is so the lace, what is it? It's not lace and it's not cables in this case, but yeah, the texture pattern ends here where this line of slip stitches here is. So this little triangle will slowly grow into a bigger garter section. So the more the more it grows, the more it will become a mindless project where you have like a lot of garter stitch before you get to this section. And I have to say that once you get the hang of the pattern, it's also very easy. It's nothing complicated because it's mostly slip stitches, and the only thing is this little I suppose they're supposed to be flower buds. The pattern is called Flowers and Fields, and yeah, for these ones you need a cable needle, but not for the rest. So it's really not very complicated. It's very doable, and I think this is going to be like the long-term project of this yearly adventure, because yeah, I still need something that is less challenging and less complicated, right? I just need to be able to pick it up and knit on it when I don't want to put my brain to it, or when I'm on the go, you know, I travel, I commute for work, so I still need to have something that I can easily carry around, and a shawl. It is, in theory, going to be one of those big shawls, but yeah, still more transportable than a sweater, I think, because the sweater has the sleeves and stuff, so the shawl seems to be better for on the go, I think. This yarn, I will show you the yarn later when I talk about my acquisitions, because this is an acquisition I made this month. I want to show you first my other work in progress. So I have three things on the needles at the moment. One is a shawl, one is this sweater that I am totally in love with. Look at it. I hope you can see it. I cannot see what I'm showing you. Yeah, now I do see it. So it's an all over lace pattern. This is the bottom, let me see. It's bottom up, it's knitted bottom up, which caused me like some anxiety. So this is the bottom part. Now I got to, yeah, this is the part where you split for the armpits. So it's knitted flat here at the bottom, at the very bottom, when you knit the hem. Then you start knitting in the round, and then when you get to here, you split for the armholes. So this is the front, this is the back. So I am almost to the point where I will make the short row to shape the shoulders. I have quite a big piece of fabric, I think, for the back, and it's also very interesting to see and very visible where it is already blocked and where it isn't. Look at how curly and crinkly is the top part compared to the bottom. So what you need to look at to see what the pattern, the lace pattern looks like, is this bottom part here. Yeah. Yes. Okay, I am loving everything about this. It's called Bouquet, and it's also available as a single pattern on Ravelry now. The lace pattern is relatively easy. Once you get the hang of it, you know, I'm still looking at the, I'll show you what I'm doing to follow the chart. I am marking on it with a highlighter to be able to follow it, but I now at this point, after knitting all of this, I'm just looking at which row I am on. So yeah, just to double check, but it's really a very easy lace pattern that you can follow easily. This yarn is, I'm sure I presented it before in one of my videos. It's called Pure and Simple by an Italian small producer called Lanivendole. And I bought it in October, I think, with this project in mind, because I knew already, of course, that I was going to start this project in 2025. And I was not so sure because it is a bit, it's not rustic. Let me show you what I have here left of the bowl. So this is it when it's not knitted yet. It's very squishy. I think you would call this a single ply. It's not plied, so it doesn't have, you know, plied yarns are when you have different threads that are all put together to make the actual yarn. This is not like that. So this makes it very squishy and also very, I think, how do you say, resilient, not resilient, but it adjusts very well to, it forms very pretty stitches, okay? So you see how crinkly it was, but if you look at the ribbing, for example, it's very neat. My ribbing is relatively neat anyway, but you know, I also did like a tubular cast on. All of this is very, very nice and neat, and I think it's because of the yarn that adjusts and cushions and masks irregularities, so to speak. So it's also very soft to work with, very soft on the hands. It's a very nice knitting experience. But I found out like 2 weeks ago that it's going to be discontinued, which was not only a huge disappointment because I really liked it, but also like a real blow because I'm knitting this bottom up, and I wasn't sure at all that I had enough. You know, now I am a little more sure because now, you know, I have I like knitted fast on it to say to know where I would get to with the 4 balls that I have bought in October, and yeah, I think it might only just be enough to complete the project. So Lanivendole had a sale on the 20th. They had a sale, and it started at 8 p.m. one evening, and at 7:59 I was there in front of my computer hoping to grab one more ball of this yarn, and I did. So now I know that I can, you know, make the sleeves as long as I want and blah blah blah, and I will not run out. So that was a relief, and of course I also had to buy something else to justify the shipping expenses. I don't normally buy online, and this is one of the things of this 2025 project as well, sustainability. But yeah, in this case it was an emergency. I really had to buy one more. Yeah, the yarn details will be below. The website of the producer will be below in the description. Okay, and on to the last work in progress, which is fairly new. So there isn't much to see. And it's also not on a cable, so you cannot see much from here, but I will put up a picture that I took yesterday when I put it on the cord, on the rubber cord, whatever you call it, to see if it fits nicely, and I'm happy to say that it does fit. The pattern is, of course, also one of these. Let me see if I can find a photo because it's really pretty. It has some, so it's a basic raglan t-shirt, but it has these very nice ruffles that I will add later. So this is going to be like a very elegant garment, I think, also because of the color I chose. It's 2 balls of mohair. These 2 colors, one like creamy white and one beige, but together they give this champagne color. That my cat is here. Let me see. You want to come in? Come in. Yes, it's going to be really, really elegant. So something for like a dinner date or party or something like that. But the reason why I decided to cast it on now is that, like I said, it's a basic stockinette raglan t-shirt. So it's also, and it's mohair, so it's very light, and I'm hoping to use it also for those mindless moments. So this is also probably going to be a long-term project, but yeah, it's been growing fast. I think I cast it on Monday, and it's Friday today. So yeah, I've knitted through all of the short rows, and it's already starting to grow. This is the front. This is how much I have for the front. Of course, it will go slower as it grows bigger, but yeah, it's knitted on 4mm needles, so not super small needles. It might grow faster than I expected to grow. But anyway, it's not only, I mean, it's not going to be boring, but even if it's only stockinette, because I will have to add the ruffles, and there will be some drama here as well, because I have enough yarn for the t-shirt as it is. But I'm hoping, I have a little more than the pattern calls for, so I'm hoping to be able to add longer sleeves, to lengthen the sleeves that are only really very short in the pattern, but I think it will become more wearable if it has at least 3/4 sleeves. So that's what I'm aiming for. The yarn is this one. The reason why I'm looking down is that I see, oops, it's shaking because the cat is rubbing his nose on it. But anyway, I have my phone under my camera, so I can see the image a little bigger. So yeah, this is the yarn. Silk mohair, the usual composition, 70% super kid mohair and 30% silk. This is also an Italian producer called Norli. This has been in my stash for a while, so that's another thing with this 2025 project. I'm going to use some yarn that I already have in stash. Just because it makes more sense than buying something specifically. One thing I have to say about this yarn is that it's one of those very, very soft mohairs. This is something that will be in contact with skin, being a t-shirt. So yeah, it was, you know, when I was digging in my stash and I found it, I thought it was perfect because of the softness. And that's it for works in progress, I think. Oh, this pattern is called Theophrastus, but yeah, I put the names. The cat is going on. I put all the names of everything there, so even if I don't mention it, you will know what it is. Okay, acquisitions. First acquisition is... No, both acquisitions, I have 2 acquisitions for this month. 2 yarns that I bought, and I bought them in the same place. I was traveling to Italy earlier in the month. I am Italian originally, even if I'm recording this in the Netherlands. I live in the Netherlands, but I am Italian. And I try to go back like every 6 weeks or so. So I was there for the weekend to see my parents and my family. And my mom and my aunt are also knitters. And we went together to this... what is it? It's a factory outlet of a company called Sesia. Sesia. This is the band, the label. My aunt recently found out that this factory, yeah, has an outlet, and it is not far from where my parents are based, like maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes in the car. It's a well-known brand in Italy. I'm not sure if they export a lot. I certainly haven't seen it here in the Netherlands, but in Italy it's one of those like historic brands. It's been around for like more than 50 years, for sure. I think from the 60s, from the 1960s. Yeah. So it's not a super big company, but they make good quality products. The label says they are animal friendly as well, which is always a good thing. And this is a blown yarn. A blown yarn is a yarn that has like a, how do you call it? So like a cotton tube inside, and oh, it's not focusing. Yeah, so it's a cotton tube on the inside, and the wool and alpaca fibers are blown into it. So it's really soft, and at the same time it has this interesting color effect because you can see the white inside. Yeah, so both me and my mom were looking at this green, we both liked it, but she was very kind and not only allowed me to keep it, but she also sponsored me. So she bought this one for me. Yeah, I promised her, because it's probably too much for the shawl, so I promised her that I will give her what I have left of this yarn, and she can maybe combine it with some mohair or with something else that she has or that she buys to combine it to. Yeah, I think I am in my green phase, because the laced sweater and this they are both green, and the other thing I bought is also greenish. It's more brown yellow, but it has some green in it anyway. It's also from Sesia, and it's a cotton yarn. It's a cotton yarn called Windsurf, but this has nothing much written on the label except the name of the yarn, which is Windsurf. And they sell at this outlet. They sell, of course, their normal production, but they also sell like remainders, or I don't know how to call those, like when they when they do a test run on a yarn, and then maybe they don't produce it, or maybe they do, but that's only the test run, so they cannot sell it. So they put it in big plastic bags, and they're all thrown in big baskets, and you have to dig in the baskets and pick out what you like, which is also a lot of fun as far as I'm concerned. So this was one of those. If you look on the website, the Windsurf is only solid colors, so nothing like this one, which is, oh, by the way, it looks very similar to this, but I'm not sure if it will come out the same. This has these speckles that are white and very light blue. I'm not really sure if the color is the same on camera. I think you can see a little light blue here. So I haven't swatched with this yet, because this is going to be a summer project. I'm going to make one of the summer t-shirts in issue 9 of Making Stories. So yeah, it's really too early to say if this is the right yarn for it, but anyway, I really liked it. I'm pretty sure that it will produce an interesting fabric, and I really like to knit with yarns that that have many colors in it. I just find it more fun, like these ones also, right? This is Malabrigo Rios. They also have all this mix of colors, and it's just more fun to knit with them rather than with solid colors. Okay, my two acquisitions at the Sesia outlet. And yes, we're heading towards the end of this video, so I have been very quick. I'm wondering if I forgot to tell you something. I don't think so. So the 2025 project is going very well so far. I think the green bouquet sweater, the lace sweater, this one, will be finished quite soon, so I'm confident that I will wear it in my next video in February. You will see it then. And one item is already off the list, and I have two more going on. So after I finish the bouquet, I will probably cast on a cardigan that is in the pattern for which I have the yarn already. So I feel that I feel that my project really started off very well. Started with the right foot, we say in Italian, to mean that, started well. One thing that was part of my project and my mindful approach was keeping track of the time, because I never know how long a project takes, and sometimes it's not important, but I've come to think that it might be. So I wanted to really keep track of the total time that it takes me to... Oh, here's the cat, he wants food. In a second. Do you want to show your pretty face? Can I pick you up? It doesn't like to be picked up, but let's do it. Let's do it. Ah, he's trying to escape. Okay, I got him. I got him. He really doesn't like it, but he's so cute. Show your pretty face. Look at the camera. Oh, come on. He's so not cooperative. Anyway, I am not really managing to keep track of things, of the time mostly. As for the rest, yes, is hitting the stand again. As for the rest, I think things are going well. I am writing things down. I am taking progress photos. But yeah, timing is really a bit difficult. It's difficult because when I sit down to knit, I just want to like relax and not think about it too much. So maybe if I look at the time when I start, then I forget to look at it when I stop. Or maybe I'm interrupted, pick it up again. So that is one thing that, something that I need to work on over the rest of the year, but I have 11 more months, so I will get there. Okay, and I will finish this video before I feed the cat who's down there looking at me with his big eyes. I have one other big announcement, so this is a month of announcements. I will be teaching a workshop at the Netherlands Breiddagen. The Breiddagen are a yarn festival that happens twice a year here in the Netherlands. I think until last year it was only one appointment per year, but this year it's 2 appointments, one in the spring and one in the fall. So I'm going to teach my mindful knitting workshop in April, the first Saturday of April. That's the 5th of April in Breda. Breda is a city in the south of the Netherlands. So if you are in the Netherlands, or if you think you can reach Breda easily and you want to join me, yeah, you're very welcome. It's very exciting to be able to meet other knitters in person, to share something that I am so passionate about and that I care so much for, because I really believe that this mindful element in knitting can make the knitting experience not only more relaxing but more meaningful. So if you want to join me, all the details are already on the website, and the link, as usual, will be below. If I forgot to tell you something that you're curious about or interested in, please let me know. I'm always happy to answer comments. And if not, I'll see you next time. Ciao.